Good afternoon and welcome to Salford Now. I'm Harry Cannell.
And I'm Rachel Birtwistle.
First today, MI5 have admitted they made a mistake in not tracking the Manchester Arena bomber. Last year, Salman Abedi gained access to the Manchester Arena foyer with a homemade bomb, killing 22 innocent people. We spoke to Dr. Dan Lomas about what MI5 could have done better.
That previous committee recommendations about the sharing and use of intelligence had still not been adhered to, and that some of the mistakes that crop up in the Manchester bombing report were also repeated in earlier reports on the 7th of July 2005 bombings, and also the killing of Fusilier Lee Rigby.
And the report also reveals that the authorities didn't believe that Abedi posed an imminent threat.
Salman Abedi was someone who was a close subject of interest for the security service. He was someone who had been previously monitored and had come to MI5's attention on a number of occasions, but was someone who was put further down the ranking of priority because he was someone who did not pose an immediate threat to security.
The past few months have seen a rise in mobile phone deaths in the Lower Broughton area of Salford. Benjamin Stacey spoke to a recent victim.
Mopeds, bicycles and motorbikes, a great form of transportation or a new symbol of fear for students. Since the start of the academic year, there have been countless reports of robbery in Salford on Seaford Road and Lower Broughton. Each theft has been linked to a motor vehicle and students with modern technology have been targeted. I spoke with Laura Charlotte Prale, a student who has recently become a victim to this continuous crime, to find out more. So Laura, you went through quite the ordeal. Could you tell us a bit more about it, please?
So I was enjoying a morning coffee the other week, just with a friend. We went for breakfast and I was sat outside on a table outside a coffee shop with my phone out in front of me, and then from behind me 2 guys came past on a moped, all dressed in black. There was no registration on the moped or anything, and they stole my phone straight out of my hand and they were gone as quick as they arrived. I also have a flip phone case, so all my bank cards, my student ID, my driving license were all in there, so they've all gone as well. It's been a really massive inconvenience for me in a lot of different ways.
And what more do you think could be done to tackle this issue?
I think that obviously one thing that can be done is increasing the police service in this country, but I know we're having a lot of financial issues anyway. But it's definitely something that I've noticed in the past few years, that there have been a lot of cuts, and I think it's so important, not just for like petty crime like this as well, but to keep everyone safe in this country, is to increase the amount of police presence we have on the streets.
Okay, Laura.
Today is, of course, Black Friday, the busiest day in the shopping calendar. Damien Pickett reports.
So we're here right outside of the Arndale and it's 10 o'clock. It's not actually that busy as compared to last year. We talked to a few members of the public to find out why.
Online shopping is way bigger than in store, because I do online shopping all the time and have like Instagram and things, and it's all over there.
People have to wait and wait and wait and wait for hours, and when it comes in, unfortunately you don't get what you need. So I guess people are trying to get more smarter now. And you know, we have the online thing.
A lot of it is online shopping. I've done loads of shopping online this year for Christmas.
For me, it's online. But me, always I buy online.
Manchester's student population is huge and still growing. Alistair Hancock went out to compare the living conditions between university accommodation and rented student housing.
Manchester is one of the largest cities in the UK to accommodate student housing. At the University of Salford, students can live on main campus at Peel Park or in student homes in and around the Salford area. This house in Salford is just one example of the standard of living for the average student who chooses to live away from the halls of residence. We had a look around Danny Benson's house, a second-year Salford student who was happy to give us a tour of the shocking conditions he has to live in, including cracked walls, pests and an eerie basement.
So basically the back garden had just been neglected, the back gate was wide open and we think people were coming in and chilling out in the back garden. This room was like a ghost town, there was just dust everywhere and it was there was a load of stuff in the bins at the front and they just hadn't taken it and it was all in the wrong bins. A lot of things have been, I say solved, they haven't been fixed, they've just been kept at bay for a couple months. They just kind of got the basic handymen to come in and do a basic job.
Manchester is one of the largest student populations in the UK with an estimated 350,000. Here at the University of Salford, we ask students what it is like to live in student accommodation.
You kind of feel secure, it's a good place to live, the bedrooms are nice, the people you at the reception are okay.
Basically it looks good, everything looks nice, you feel comfortable, you feel safe, buildings are calm, good environment, just good for everything.
Peel Park is a popular attraction for students who choose to live on main campus. However, it is clear to see the complete contrast between standards of living for students in Salford. So the question is, would you want your child to live in such conditions?
As we head into the festive season, Media City has been overtaken by snowmen. The project, titled Walking with the Snowman, was designed by Art and Wild, the creative minds behind this summer's Bee in the City trail. Here's Anna Mason with more.
Take a wintry walk around Media City this Christmas following the Walking with the Snowman trail. There are 12 giant snowmen designed by talented artists, as well as over 40 small snowmen created by local schools.
We're celebrating 40 years of the snowman, so it's an important year for the snowman, and we're really pleased to be bringing the snowman walks to Media City UK over the Christmas period. We wanted to do quite a compact trail, so we still want people to explore everything that Media City's got to offer, but we wanted something that was kind of that gave the artist some sort of inspiration. So you will see that there are geese that are lying on sunbeds and lilos, and so the artists have used a lot of interpretation on how to do it, but based around a loose theme of 12 Days of Christmas.
The free trail launched yesterday and will run until the 6th of January. Maps and activity books are available in the Lowry outlet and around the piazza. When the trail has finished, the snowman will be taken to auction to raise money for children in need. As you can see, all of the snowmen here are fantastic with their unique designs for the 12 days of Christmas.
The snowman also made an appearance in Media City last night for its first ever Christmas light switch on.
3, 2, 1, Christmas!
The evening was hosted by BBC Breakfast Mike Bushell and featured performances from X Factor star Russell Jones, the Reflections dance troupe and a firework display.
For many of Manchester's less advantaged residents, Christmas can be a difficult time, but a Tameside-based charity are determined to spread festive cheer to all. TK Madiba went down there to find out more.
Christmas is a time for children to receive lots of goodies. However, for families living in poverty, it may not be the most magical time of the year. We spoke to Candy Southern, Fund Development Officer for Tameside for Good. She explains how they are trying to help families this Christmas.
We've got over 10,000 children living in Tameside who are living in poverty, and that is a lot of amount. And by doing this appeal, they're able to get something on Christmas Day morning, which they wouldn't be able to do without this appeal. By visiting our website, you will be able to see, like I said, what we can do, but also the local drop-off points. So we've got drop-off points from, Ashton Town Centre to all the way to Denton, Droylsden, Duckingfield, Hattersley, Hyde, Mosley, Stay at the Bridge. We're asking for anything from no cuddly toys. That is one thing, unfortunately, we're not allowed to have is cuddly toys, but anything from like slippers, pyjamas, Lego. As you can see, like there's all like unicorn stuff, dolls, anything that you know is going to put a smile on that children's face on Christmas Day morning.
Now for the weather. There'll be some glimmers of sunshine this afternoon, with most areas staying dry. It's looking set to be fairly mild this weekend though, with highs of just 10 degrees.
That's all for today. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you.